Welcome everybody to the big show, Crypto Crush, crushing it all with crypto investment, digital investments. Joining me is Amir Isaacs out of Tel Aviv. We were just discussing what's going on in the war. You're still getting bombed, are you not?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. But we're doing good. We're doing great. Yesterday's conversation we had was more like boots. In the last few conversations, we were discussing boots on the ground and the meaning of that to the market, right? How long it's going to take, if it means boots on the ground and all these things, and how will it affect the prices of the markets. But we're doing actually a good job. Israelica, as we call it, Israelica is doing a very good job, a very, very good job. And I'll tell you, people watching this, and I don't know if you're watching news, and we're not going to get into that too much, but we hear, I live on the beach, and the airport is not far from me. We hear those planes, the ones that tankers, the big tankers that are flying to tank.
Oh, the gas tankers, yeah.
The big ones, non-stop coming out of here, non-stop coming in and out, non-stop.
But that's why they're bombing Tel Aviv. I mean,
they're bombing Tel Aviv for so many other reasons. The headquarters are there, and it's a message as well to the Middle East. We took down Tel Aviv, so it's a message. It's a big message, right? But
well,
they're like the Air Force, and God bless them all, and God bless all the ground and air defense and Navy and all of them who's doing a hard job. America, Europe, Israel, all of us, Gulf soldiers out there that are doing a hard work. They're working nonstop. The eyes in the sky are working nonstop, back and forth. We hear stories from people here that they know stuff from inside. They're nonstop, back and forth, doing and cleaning up the world, and that's what we want to believe, right?
Oh, okay. So I'd like to. What does this have to do with the markets? Everything. Markets. We're like, why are we talking about war? Because all the markets.
There's the video from the sky of. Did you see that video of all the ships that are just stuck right now on the Hormuz area? That's
I did.
Horrible. It's unbelievable.
Okay, so you live in Tel Aviv now. You're on the ground. There are a lot of reports saying that America and Israel are actually losing this war, and it's problematic. That there's a real problem.
They're saying that. I would say that because this is what we learned from the other side, and people need to understand that they're an idea, and you can't destroy and eliminate an idea, right? So we're still working in Gaza, we're still working in Lebanon. We let go of Lebanon for about 6 months, and all of a sudden we received 400 missiles a night from them, right? The north side of Israel is getting much more than what I'm getting right now over here. But it just shows you that it doesn't matter how much, they somehow create more, and they somehow create more, and you just got to keep on doing that. Now, that's a big question. One, the other side doesn't mind. The other side doesn't mind being in that mud, right? They don't mind dragging that because they see what it's doing around the world. They're good with that. The other side and our side needs to understand that and then just prepare for that, right? Just like we do here with the finance, right? We got to prepare properly, and then we can deal with it. It's not going to be easy.
I'm interested in having this discussion because we have oil prices have surged, which is very inflationary. That means inflation is going up globally. Right. Qatar shut down its gas production. We know
Saudi is main business, bro. It's like, imagine your main business, and we're talking so much.
Well, in Europe gets, I think, 40% of its natural gas from that area. I said gasoline prices now are up since the start of the war. It's up 17 cents a liter, which is about 70 cents, well, 68 cents, 68 cents a gallon.
It's always been expensive here, right?
Yeah, but same here.
But that's here. That's Israel.
Yeah, but it's getting more expensive. The other thing is, you bring a very good point, which is you cannot kill an ideology. You cannot kill an ideology.
Look at what they're doing around, like, they don't, not even over there, but look at what they're doing on the other side of the planet in the States and campuses, right? and we're not talking politics, but they were able to bring that idea all over there and cause so much problems, right?
Agreed. Agreed. So I think, okay, the original mission for America and Israel was to wipe out their nuclear weapons capabilities.
Somewhere in that whole huge area.
Okay,
right?
but have they done that? Have they done that?
I think that's what I was saying. I think that, and keep in mind, right? I'm going to throw something out there. Maybe they don't even want to do the whole nuclear stuff. Maybe they're just doing that to, mess with the world, right? Because they know that the other side cares about it so much. That's one, right? But that's just one way of looking at it. In my opinion, what will happen is, and that's why I talk about, and some people don't like hearing that, and they call it going into politics, but it's not. You just got to be with the foot on the gas. You just have to understand. And I think me and you discussed it. Like, my biggest issue with this whole scenario is that my parents kept on telling me as a kid that this will never happen because that's why they're fighting this war, right? So telling my kids that there won't be any war in future, I don't think I will do that living here, because we just got to understand that peace is very, very precious. Peace is something that our ancestors worked extremely hard for. And when I say extremely hard for, I mean a lot of lives were given for this abundance that me and you are living in, right? And we got to understand that must be protected. And if it means that there are dark forces that are threatening that wonderful abundance of life, we have to take care of that. So Israel and America and Europe will have to just continue. If the regime won't change, right? If they won't do, because America and Israel can't switch the regime. It has to be from the inside. And hopefully that will happen. But if it doesn't happen, that means that America, Europe, and Israel will have to continue putting the foot on the gas and not do the opposite by giving the UN head of humanitarian rights seat to someone who's in that regime, who's doing what he's doing, right? So we don't want to do that. That's not how to take care of it on a daily basis. There was a lot of things that we've done in the past that could have prevented today, right?
Yeah, like one of the things, like you said, is not to tell our children that we're not going to fight a war. And from I come from generations of war, right? My ancestry, it's Kozak, right? It's ancestry is war. But my grandfather, my father's father, fought in 10 years of war. First, as the Soviet Union against Japan, the Russia-Japan War. Then World War II, he fought against the Germans. Then he fought with the Germans against the Russians, right? And then he ends up in a concentration camp. My grandmother, my other two grandparents, fast forward, they flee Europe, come to America. My father immigrates to New York City, right? To New Jersey. He goes to the Vietnam War. Him, my uncles, my godfather, my whole family goes to the Vietnam War. And I'm always reminded that freedom is not for free.
Right.
And America is home of the free because of the brave. Now, having said that,
yes,
you cannot kill an ideology. One, two, I don't think Trump is stupid enough to not think ahead, saying, okay, like one of the issues was, they said they had the capabilities of creating 16 nuclear bombs. So you bomb all their facilities, you bomb all their bunkers. But the question I have is, where is that uranium? And the answer is, nobody knows. Okay, so now
I think, I'll tell you what, I think we know. All right. I think we know. I think that, the organization has shown that it knows enough things and it's capable of doing enough things around the world.
I want our audience to recognize something. He's in Tel Aviv. He's afraid to even say the word Mossad. He's like, don't say that out loud, man. Look, he just looked over his shoulder. He's like, is there a sniper behind me? Like, am I going to get taken out? He doesn't.
But we're so much
that?
foot on the we're so much foot on the ground, and we've penetrated so well into that. So I think that we do know, and I think that Trump is feeding off, and I think the world is feeding off of the information that Israel is providing a lot. Because remember, you gotta remember that we're there in the Netherlands as well, right? We're not just in Iran, because that's why I talk about what I said about the UN and all these things. They build hubs in Europe, and using cryptocurrency and all kinds of stuff, they fund these things, right? So we have those units that intercept those fundings. So it's a lot of war that we have to do during the day, regardless of this war, because those ideas get spreaded with books, with students, right? With teachers in places, in mayors in places that shouldn't be, right? That's how it actually really happens. They take advantage of these things, and people don't know that. They really take advantage of that. So you cannot kill an ideology, but you can definitely help not spread it. You can definitely do the right things on a daily basis, just like trading. It's a routine. You have to practice your routine. You can't let go. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you got to have the routine. So I'm going to end this conversation with a wild conspiracy, and that is, let me just give a little bit of a context. Trump campaigns on he's the man of peace, no new wars, right? He ends up going to Venezuela, ends up going into Iran. He's like go ahead.
But he's not doing war. He's doing smart stuff. Technology here, and we talked about it too.
He's not doing war. What is that? Can you define what war? Define to me what war is.
So I know that it sounds harsh, but my reality right now is harsh, right? War, in my opinion, war is Rotterdam. Okay, war is when by mistake the UK drops bombs and kills 2 million innocent people, right? That's what happened in Rotterdam back in World War II or one. Which one was it? So 2, right? So that's war, but in this case, we are really, and that's what Israel is showing the world, and the message is getting out there. We don't, and I know that the other side is doing everything in its capability to show that Israel is harming innocent and all these things, but that's what Trump is showing. That's what Israel is showing. That's what Sheikh bin Zayed in the UAE is showing. We don't harm civilians.
That guy's awesome.
That guy's amazing.
That sheik is awesome. Civilians. I love that dude. That guy is awesome. We will find him underneath the ground. We will go, the Mossad, whatever. They will do whatever needs, connected with the Air Force, whatever. And I have seen with my own eyes a lot of times where the person is 100% sure there's a drone, and it's 100% sure that those are the terrorists, but on the communications you can hear that he's not sure enough, and they're not doing it yet. Now, what it means that they're not doing it yet, because it might be civilian from the enemy side, right? When you are so careful about human, and you value human life so much, right? Even though you're in such a bad position and in such a dark time, that sends out a message. One, it sends out, and that's what we showed yesterday once again to the whole commanders and regimes over there in Iran in the regime. We showed them, we will find you, but we will not. And of course, this is war. Sometimes casualty happens, but I can tell you that from someone that I know on the other side in Lebanon, they took over his house. He's not living there, but they took over his house, Hezbollah. The IDF took out the terrorists that were taking over his factory, and the person living downstairs did not get harmed, right? So this coming from someone from the other side. So me, as someone who's participating in that, shows me that we are sending out a message. We will fight evil, but we will do it in the right way, even if it costs hours. Right? So a couple things I want everyone to know is that Amir's not just spitting out propaganda. He's speaking from personal experience of being on the front lines in the north. So he's saying his own experience is that they have great restraint and make sure only the people that they're targeting are the ones that are getting killed. And you're saying war.
Are there not casualties? It's war.
I'm clear. There's always casualties, but you're saying in your experience being on the front lines, having been there fighting, that you have great restraint in making sure that you are not taking out unnecessary civilians or casualties. You're looking for the right person, and you're right. Your definition of war is when those.
The technology and the usage of that technology allows us, and that's the beauty of it. I think that America and Israel is doing a great job with it.
Well, okay, so I understand that. So then your definition of war is when these restraints are taken off and it's just whatever goes. So
you agree that America could have done the Venezuela thing much more dirty,
I agree,
right?
I agree.
They could have gone in soldiers and blah, but if you read into it, how it happened, the other side says that everything was turned off. There were like thousands of drones in the sky. They didn't even know what to look for. And then all of a sudden, this Delta Force came in, took out the president and got him out. Not a single hair was touched by civilians, right?
Agreed. So I understand that. I think what I'm getting at, or one of the things that I'm asking is, or I'm going to throw out there, not as a conspiracy theory, but as someone who looks at the charts and is looking at patterns, right? This is not a conspiracy theory. This is me looking at charts, looking at patterns. And I got to be honest. It looks to me like someone is intentionally destroying the American economy. It looks like someone is intentionally demolitioning the economy and global economy. Because let me tell you what I see. We see, I don't think Trump is stupid enough. I think he's too smart. He knows I'm not going to get the ultimate job done. One, two, it's going to drag. It's going to shut down oil production. He had to have known that. It's going to shut. Of course, they're going to bomb American sites on our allies in Saudi Arabia, Qatar, United Arab Emirates. By the way,
that they actually did that. It just shows you that if they had that nuclear,
I think they have it. I think they have it, but they don't need to launch it on a missile. They don't need to do that. They could put it on a body, have some guy walk into Dubai, for example, and just light it up. And you and I know. No, but listen. Because Iran is not going to fight with putting a nuclear bomb on the front of a missile. They're not going to do it that way. They're going to cause. That's not the game plan. My point in saying all this is that I think Trump was smart enough to know this is going to bring the entire world economy into chaos. One, right? Tariffs have already obliterated the dollar, right? He's pissed everybody off in the oil industry in that area that they want to create their own currency in bricks, right? They don't want to use the dollar oil. People are not buying U.S. treasuries. They're not buying any of that. They are now buying gold. Governments are buying gold, right? They're buying Bitcoin. And when I look at Deutsche Bank, American Express are holding together. They're exposed to $50 billion in personal credit defaults. So while people are defaulting on personal loans, credit cards, cars, houses, while they're defaulting on that, the prices are going up. The prices of food because of gas, right? The price of electricity, the price of everything. When oil goes up, everything goes up. And the dollar, because of the tariffs, is destroyed. No one's buying American goods because there's all these stupid tariffs on, right? And to me, it looks like a very well executed plan to destabilize, de-dollarize. I'm not doing a conspiracy theory. I'm thinking Trump is too smart to know this would have happened. What's he going to do? Keep the Strait of Hormuz open by having military boats police that 21-mile wide strait? It's insane. They're spending billions of dollars. They have to spend more money to take out one of those drones. Costs 3 or 4 times the amount that it costs to make the drones.
And it's not guaranteed.
So,
That's not a
but
guarantee, right?
so let's take a look at the markets. All I'm saying is, this to me looks like a giant demolition. And
yeah, and gold also. Like we looked at it a second ago. Oof, oh
yeah,
my
we're going to
Lord.
take a look at that. And I'm going to show you trade that we're taking.
Those who don't know, there's major news today at, I think it's in 3 hours from now.
2 p.m. Eastern.
Yes, the FOMC.
FOMC. So if those of you who don't know what the FOMC, it stands for Federal Open Market Committee. It's the primary monetary policy making body of the Federal Reserve, or what I call the devil. But that's for debate. FOMC is responsible for setting key aspects of the monetary policy, right? So it's got 12 voting members. They meet 8 times a year, about every 6 weeks. So they've been meeting over the last 2 days. So what happens? Well, basically, they're gonna discuss. They gotta discuss the geopolitical energy shock that the whole world is feeling. I don't think Jerome Powell changes interest rates. I don't think the Fed changes interest rates.
Isn't he supposed to be replaced soon?
Yeah, yes, exactly. Trump calls him Jerome Too Late Powell. Hilarious. But look, you got crude barrels that pushed over 100 a barrel, right? You got
things that he's
inflation.
going to have to learn to start working with them a little bit better.
So
and understand that he has way too much wars around America, and he needs to understand how to work with inside better.
Well, so you got a massive energy shock that just hit Europe. It's going to hit America. I know America doesn't think so. It's going to hit you. It's a wave. Inflation is much higher, and it's just a very, very volatile market. So it looks like he's expected to be cautious to hawkish, meaning exercising, right? So he's probably gonna do nothing, say a bunch of nothing. But what we are seeing is, I think the overall message is going to be just wait and see. That's what he does. That's why Trump calls him Jerome Too Late Powell, because he's a wait and see guy. And you've got real problems right now. Also, foreclosures, highest since last quarter, highest. So we've got a credit crunch coming, which means people can't afford stuff, and the price is increasing. The power of the dollar is going down. Let's see how the markets are reacting to this. We're going to take a look at gold. And friends, we just want to warn you, this can be shocking to see. So here we have gold. Here's gold skipping along. And all of a sudden, boom, splattered. This is called the dead cat bounce. It means it came down.
It's like a Trump coin, bro. Gold is like a Trump coin.
This is, you know who called it? Judah. Judah called it. He said, if we lose this, the 49.60, kiss it goodbye. Let's take a look at the daily. Yeah, look, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, look, it was actually 3 days.
Yeah, it wasn't all.
Now it just dumped. Now here's a strong support line it's on right now. That's why we bounced. But this is interesting.
If we will go again to a place similar to that where that wick ended at 4,400, we can and we hold there for a few days, we might even see it go even lower, which will be extremely surprising.
Yeah, I think it's going to go here at some point. Looking at this chart, you got a lower high here, another lower high. You broke the pattern here. Higher low, higher low, higher low. That's broken. So this is completely out of the channel. The new channel is actually this right here.
I think it's going to touch I think 4,800 is 100% logical to see.
look, right now, you could probably make, if you're trading gold, like the day intraday trading, you're taking a nice bounce here, right?
Yeah. If you switch to the 15 minutes, you can see it. You see that wick that reversed a little bit. Let's see. It might start going up a little bit.
It's gotta take this, right? It's gotta land above it for it to move up. But
even if it does, I think it will revert. It's like it will correct itself a little bit back up now, and then boom, drop again. If I know gold right.
This is the market. This is the market correcting itself already before Jerome Powell speaks. Here's what happened to Bitcoin.
People, in the next 24 hours, watch the charts. Like watch the charts, because you're gonna be amazed. Watch the 1 minute time frames, because you'll see the market just ping-ponging like, wow.
Okay, so here's what I did. I saw this thing come down. I saw it come back up here, came back down, came back up here. This, to me, this is a reversal candle right here. So I took the position right at the bottom of this candle when it retested. It's up about 20% right now. It's a small position, not a big deal. But I fully anticipate this to make its actually recover everything by the end of the day tomorrow. Because Jerome Powell's going to say nothing, and people are going to realize, well, it was a big to-do about nothing. By the way, please smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, because this setup here is given to people who are in the WhatsApp group. You know all about this. If you're on our Telegram channel, then you're getting these setups here. This is a nice place to buy gold, whether you're sitting, buy and hold, or whether you're trading. If you are trading, if I'm looking at this objectively, I think this is the line I think it's coming here.
I think we can put a buy limit at. You think it's gonna go all the way there? Yeah.
Eventually.
Yeah, we can definitely take a buy limit.
This is the pattern. We're out of this channel here, right? So this is we broke out, came back in, chopped, broke out. Now we've got this channel here we're dealing with. This is the bottom of this channel. If it breaks, if you have 1 or 2 days under this, it comes here, right? So if it's tomorrow, it's here, then it's here, then it's coming down. But if it goes above here 1 day, 2 days, you could see it try to reclaim the 5,000. I think that tomorrow we're gonna have. I think tomorrow we're gonna have much clearer view. So people, if you're here with us, make sure to smash that subscribe button. As Steven said, and make sure to tune in tomorrow, same time, because we're gonna be discussing. No, excuse me. Tomorrow we do passive. Tomorrow we do passive income. Yeah, we're doing passive income tomorrow.
We got a lot. We got a lot of news. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, we've got.
So we're gonna do Friday. We're gonna have a lot of clarity on Friday.
We got the other thing is, friends, you want to stay up to date with us. We got a trading journal coming out, and which is really, really exciting. We have a white glove service that's coming out. We have trading bots that non-custodial that connect directly into your exchange that's coming out. We've got a lot of cool products, and tomorrow we're going to be talking about a mining opportunity with WeFi, and you don't want to miss this. You're getting tokens at a huge discount. It's the first decentralized banking platform, and that is a big deal because I spent a lot of time today speaking with friends in Europe who are having trouble moving their money from the bank to the exchange. In fact, here's what happened this morning to a gal. She made the exchange, she sent the wire out, and online it says, okay, the money's sent. 2 hours later, she goes back and the money's back in her account. So the bank just pulled it back. And now she's on the
security reasons.
Yeah, for security reasons, right?
As I've said, I'm cool with it if it happens once, but if I'm dealing with cryptocurrency and you see that I'm dealing with cryptocurrency,
Okay, but what if it's your first time and you just want to get into crypto because you're so sick of the banking?
Nah, I'll tell you what, that's what I'm saying. Like once or twice, I'm cool with it because I've heard some stories. But but generally, when it becomes really hard and they start, no. As I've said, the line is very thin, but once you cross it, you're clearly there. It's not security reasons anymore.
No, this is control now. And here's the truth. The truth is, the banking industry got together 2 weeks ago in DC, and all the executives got together and said, we are not going to let them take $7 trillion out of our accounts. What do they mean? We're not going to allow them to move it into crypto. That's what they all said. They're going to fight this to the death. And that's what's happening here. They're not letting people move their money at all. At all.
But eventually they will know everything. It's not a problem.
You got to get out now.
But if for example, someone in America takes his money, puts it on a Kraken account, from the Kraken account, moves it to wonderful, and moves it from Kraken to a wallet, then everything is on the blockchain, right?
Right, then everything's okay.
But they have to learn.
But that's why you got to sign up for the 7-day challenge, the link below, because we show you how to open up an exchange, get a wallet, and move your money. We help you move your money from your bank, whatever amount that is. I'm not telling you to do that, but we do help you do that if that's what you want to do, because it's tricky nowadays. It's really tricky, really complicated, and we've had a lot of experience doing this. So again, hit that like, subscribe, join our WhatsApp group, and hit the 7-day challenge.
Yes, sir. Stay tuned for our live calls, because we are going to be giving up some nice setups in the Telegram. And as I've said, we talked a little bit about gold and cryptocurrency and Bitcoin today, but I think that at this time, everyone out there should wait for tonight's news. And I think some clarity should be coming up to, we'll be able to have some more clarity in the next 24 hours on which direction gold is going, because it might continue going down.
It's probably going to correct.
Me personally, I'm right now in a short. I'm going to take this short all the way down to our buy zone that we just talked about. I think we said 600, I think, is a nice buy zone that I'm going to put for myself on gold.
46.63 is our buy zone. 4663.
That could be a nice buy zone. I'm going to have my buy zone there. Until then, I'm riding a short. Shorts usually also pay you to be in them. The exchange that we're using usually on sell, they pay you on taking the trade, which is nice. And that's it. We don't chase the market. We let it ride. We put our setups. If it'll hit the take profit, that's great. If it'll hit the buy zone and then give us a little bit more money for the weekend, I always call it lovely Shabbat allowance. That would be great.
Shabbat allowance. We all need some Shabbat allowance.
You have to enjoy with your wife with the Shabbat allowance. If he gives you a little bit, go enjoy with the wife. Make sure
by
to give
the way,
some back. Yeah?
Speaking of the wife, today is my 20th anniversary with my wife.
Oh.
20 years, and I'm very, very excited, very, very happy. And
you need some 21st anniversary allowance over there, Habibi.
God's been very gracious to us.
I know he will provide everything.
He's been so we're very, very happy celebrating our 20th year anniversary. That's why you should hit the like for my anniversary. Say happy anniversary in the comments. Say happy anniversary.
Yes, sir. Happy anniversary.
And make sure you join our WhatsApp group. We'll see you tomorrow on Passive Income. We're talking about mining. And we're going to show you a phenomenal opportunity. See you tomorrow. God bless.
Peace.